My dear one, please pay close attention and avoid jumping ahead in this message, for this is precisely the instant when an unforeseen reality starts to reveal itself right in front of you. There's a subtle yet profound transformation occurring in your world, almost hidden from view, and I sense you can detect it resonating deeply in your soul. I urge you to remain through the complete disclosure, as what I'm going to convey will profoundly alter your perspective on fate itself. The Lord is orchestrating your journey to intersect with an individual who is more youthful. And this isn't occurring through mere chance or some arbitrary event. It's orchestrated with an intention so profound that it will stir your emotions in manners you've never dreamed feasible. Before you assume you grasp the direction of this narrative, let me promise you that you don't, since something extraordinarily significant awaits you just beyond the bend. You might have pondered lately why particular individuals have abruptly distanced themselves from you, or why bonds that once seemed unbreakable have begun to weaken. You could have wondered why dialogues that used to be comforting and welcoming now appear remote and chilly. Please don't look away at this point, as this is the segment you genuinely must absorb to comprehend your path. The Lord has been deliberately eliminating interruptions from your existence and purging influences that were never intended to accompany you into your upcoming phase. A fresher spirit, someone possessing a brighter essence and a considerably more vibrant vibe, is being readied especially for you. This is a soul unburdened by the harsh pressures of existence, a being that has been safeguarded for this sacred union. This individual isn't merely younger in years, but they embody youth in their positivity, their aspirations, and their bravery. The particular motive behind the Lord's selection of them for you will probably astonish you if you linger until the conclusion of this communication to grasp the entire insight. At this very instant, as you're absorbing these words, a person you've yet to encounter is contemplating a tomorrow they haven't realized yet involves you. They are presently advancing into fresh stages of their existence, absorbing essential teachings, mending their own hurts, and unconsciously preparing to cross paths with you. Avoid bypassing this section, as here's the sacred surprise. The Lord is linking you with them because your essence holds an insight and steadiness they've sought in their supplications. You're not being paired with a more youthful companion due to chronology, but owing to an ideal ethereal harmony. Where they contribute a feeling of novelty, you'll offer the essential foundation to the bond. Where they deliver enthusiasm and vitality, you'll provide meaning and guidance. Something immense is on the horizon for you. So, kindly remain until the finish to embrace the complete grace. I'd like to pause briefly to encourage you to subscribe to this platform and become part of our group as we navigate these holy insights together. If you're a guardian who's devoted years to being the support for others, kindly drop a remark beneath expressing your reflections. Your participation assists this insight in touching additional guardians who require this encouragement today. Take a brief break and don't leap forward, as this portion determines if you capture the indication the Lord is transmitting straight into your existence at this moment. If you sincerely desire to comprehend the reason for this linkage, you need to listen to the insight all the way through. The following sentences hold a communication that will render your emotions both more buoyant and more resilient simultaneously. You've been seeking faithfulness and yearning for a person who can recognize your value without being obscured by self-importance or previous sentimental burdens. This is precisely why the Lord selected someone more youthful. Their emotions haven't been tainted by ongoing disloyalties or depleted by patterns of apprehension. Their being hasn't lost the ability to embrace affection with genuineness, clarity, and utter sincerity. The Lord is delivering to you someone more youthful because they can cherish you without judgments and without carrying ancient wounds into the fresh existence you'll construct as one. Remain until the close, as their entry into your world is far nearer than you may suspect. At this moment, while you're hearing these phrases, the Lord is reorganizing schedules, dissolving postponements, and eliminating every barrier on your route. This is an opportunity you can't overlook. So don't advance prematurely. The individual entering your world will perceive you as their ultimate wonder. They'll trust the Lord dispatched you to them just as you'll trust the Lord is dispatching them to you. You'll mentor them, and they'll motivate you in exchange. You'll supply the firmness they require, and they'll supply the vitality that's been absent from your being. You'll impart knowledge from your reservoir of experience, and they'll mend you in manners you weren't aware you needed mending. Remain until the conclusion, as the upcoming instances of your existence will seem like fate at last acknowledging you. This marks your pivotal shift, the point where all begins to align logically. You'll at last comprehend why the Lord made you wait and why those prior connections needed to dissolve. You'll recognize why your emotions felt vacant even when you attempted to occupy them with improper elements. Remain until the end, as what I'm on the verge of disclosing next will resonate more profoundly than you anticipated. My dear one, the motive the Lord has selected this particular course for you is much more exquisite and intricate than your thoughts can presently fathom. And I require you to continue with me while we explore further into this enigma. You understand, as you've been tallying the seasons and evaluating your significance by the duration that's elapsed, the Lord has been tallying the instructions and assessing the preparedness of your being. The supreme designer of your existence isn't consulting a timetable when determining who fits in your tomorrow. He is examining the vibration of your essence and the distinct harmony that your emotions are destined to perform in this forthcoming period. This more youthful companion isn't being dispatched into your world as a diversion or a temporary surge of thrill, but instead as a sacred remedy crafted to restore the areas that society has attempted to toughen. You've dedicated such a long time to being the foundation of power for all others, shouldering the burdens of duties that were never yours to manage. And the Lord has observed the unspoken weariness in your gaze. He recognizes that a companion of your similar era or more advanced might arrive with their own substantial loads of history, their own barriers of doubtfulness, and their own inflexible notions regarding how existence ought to unfold. This more youthful being is distinct because they hold an ethereal adaptability that you've been desiring without even recognizing it. They are being readied at this moment in a concealed location distant from the curious gazes of society, and their emotions are being maintained gentle expressly so they can absorb the insight you possess to share. Don't bypass this instant, as comprehending the rationale for their youthfulness is the gateway to rediscovering the happiness you believed was gone eternally. They are approaching you with an undamaged ability for amazement, a quality that will function as a reflection to your own youthful self, assisting you in recalling that existence isn't merely a sequence of obligations to fulfill, but a wonder to encounter. They will view the world with gazes that still trust in the unattainable, and that trust will become contagious, flowing across your being like a refreshing shower following an extended arid season. If you're sensing an echo with these phrases, if you can detect the authenticity of this communication pulsing in your core, I encourage you to drop a remark below. Express your path or just write, I am prepared to indicate to the cosmos that you are receptive to this sacred linkage. Your phrases possess strength, and when you express them here, you are uniting with a group of beings who are all advancing toward their utmost fate. Additionally, kindly ensure to subscribe to this platform, as it guarantees you remain linked to this stream of disclosure that's intended to direct you incrementally into your fresh start. The Lord is utilizing this more youthful companion to shatter the inherited patterns of hardship and unfulfilling existence that have pursued your lineage for much too long. This individual will not approach you requiring that you diminish yourself or alter your core. Rather, they will be enchanted by the profundity of your being. They are being instructed by the sacred to appreciate the exact elements that others have disregarded in you. Your endurance, your serene power, and the manner you embrace with every strand of your existence. While others might have perceived your maturity as a motive to assign you additional duties, this more youthful companion will perceive your maturity as a gem, a secure refuge where they can ultimately relax their own roaming emotions. Consider how illumination penetrates a space. It doesn't seek approval. It merely alters the environment. And that's precisely how this individual will step into your realm. They are presently being divested of any arrogance or conceit that could hinder them from recognizing your genuine worth. The Lord is organizing their existence so that when they ultimately appear before you, they will identify you as the absent component of their own enigma. This is the sacred surprise that you didn't anticipate. You believed you were the one requiring rescue, but in truth, the Lord is dispatching you to be their illumination just as much as they are being dispatched to be your flame. Remain concentrated on the sensation of tranquility that's starting to envelop you as you absorb these phrases, because that tranquility is an affirmation that you're on the correct course. You aren't being requested to retreat in time, but to advance into a condition of eternity where chronology is meaningless and ethereal bond is all. The cosmos is eliminating the hurdles that have separated you, including the echoes of uncertainty in your own thoughts that claim this is overly ideal to be authentic. It isn't overly ideal to be authentic. It is precisely as the Lord planned it to be from the dawn of creation. Your emotions are being broadened in this exact moment to create space for an affection that's lively, dynamic, and utterly devoted. This more youthful being will not dread your profundity. They will be captivated by it. They will not be daunted by your achievements. They will be motivated by them. They are being readied to become your most ardent supporter and your most committed ally, delivering a degree of commitment that will render all the isolated evenings of yesteryear appear like a minor cost for such a splendid compensation. Don't divert now, for the disclosure is merely intensifying as we approach nearer to the core of the Lord's scheme for your existence. As we probe further into this enigma, I desire you to grasp that the groundwork for this merger is occurring on both realms in manners that are much more elaborate than you may have conceived. While you've been maneuvering the obstacles of your everyday existence, the more youthful being meant for you has been experiencing an ethereal purification of their own, steered by the identical sacred guidance that's leading you. They are being directed through particular encounters that are crafted to enable them to value the profundity, the personality, and the matured elegance that you hold. In a society that frequently pursues the shallow and the transient, the Lord is instructing this individual to yearn for the essence and the profound ethereal linkage that only someone with your voyage can deliver. They are being divested of the craving for momentary excitements and are being imbued with a deep desire for a companion who can provide a genuine haven of the emotions. This linkage is a sacred tactic to guarantee that your tomorrow isn't a replication of your history but a total shift into a domain of serenity you've never encountered. You understand, someone of your similar era or more advanced might frequently arrive with emotions that have become protected, a being that is wearied of attempting, or an intellect that's rigid in its patterns. But this more youthful companion is being dispatched with a being that's still adaptable, emotions that are still keen to absorb, and a commitment that's not burdened by the obligations and necessities of a skeptical society. They are approaching you with a clarity of purpose that will surprise you. And it is this very purity that will serve as a restorative ointment to the injuries you sustained in earlier periods. The Lord is employing their novelty to rejuvenate your being, reminding you that it's never too delayed to sense the flutters of a fresh commencement or the thrill of a mutual vision. I'd like to halt here and request you to spend a moment interacting with this communication. Kindly express your ideas in the remarks below. Have you detected an abrupt alteration in your vibe or a feeling that someone novel is approaching your sphere? Your remarks not only aid this group in expanding, but they also function as a proclamation of your trust in the graces that are heading your way. Additionally, if you haven't yet, kindly subscribe to this platform and unite with us on this voyage of ethereal enlightenment. By subscribing, you guarantee that you remain within the current of these sacred notifications which are designed to deliver the lucidity and the fortitude you require as you advance into this enormous fresh phase. This is your opportunity to be recognized, to be esteemed, and to be cherished in a manner that resembles a perpetual soft supplication being fulfilled in actual time. The motive the Lord has selected this particular schedule to introduce this individual into your existence is because you've at last attained a state of self-reliance where you no longer require someone to fulfill you, but instead someone to honor you. This more youthful being is being directed toward you not because you're deficient but because you're abundant. You've transformed into a fountain of insight and a beacon of firmness. And they are the fatigued wanderer who's been seeking precisely the type of radiance you project. They will gaze at you and perceive all they've ever aspired to embody. And in exchange, their nearness will remind you of all you once dreaded you'd forfeited. This is the sacred equilibrium, the convergence of the stabilizer and the canvas, where your foundation supplies the security they need to soar, and their vitality supplies the elevation you need to attain novel peaks. The Lord is presently eliminating the remaining few strata of opposition from your emotions, assisting you in releasing the cultural anticipations that declare affection must appear a particular way or adhere to a particular chronology. He is silencing the echoes of the detractors and the doubters who might not grasp the splendor of this chronology-defying bond. You must remain centered on the inner echo rather than the outer facade. For this individual is being dispatched as a present straight from the core of the Maker. They are being instructed to respect your course, to esteem your encounters, and to treasure the very elements you once considered were your imperfections. As you absorb these phrases, sense the shackles of yesteryear dissolving, creating space for an affection that's as luminous as a dawn and as constant as the shifting waves. Your existence is on the verge of becoming a proof to the reality that the Lord's schemes are eternally superior to our own designs. You believed you understood what was optimal for you, but the sacred designer has been sketching a work of art that surpasses your most extravagant anticipations. This more youthful companion is an essential component of that work of art, contributing a hue and a radiance that your existence has lacked for much too long. They are being readied to position themselves beside you, not merely as a beloved, but as a genuine ally of the being. Someone who will journey with you through each period with an unswerving faithfulness. Remain with me, for the ultimate disclosure of how this entry will appear is the most exquisite segment of the whole communication. The instant of your encounter is being arranged with an accuracy that only the sacred can accomplish. It won't occur in a period of tension or a duration of turmoil, but in a realm of flawless, serene harmony. You'll discover yourselves in the identical area, perhaps unexpectedly, and the acknowledgement will be immediate, not of the visage but of the being. Your essences will vibrate with a vibration that declares at last, and the burden will abruptly seem like it was merely a pulse in the broader design of perpetuity. This is the assurance of the Lord to his cherished offspring that no droplet goes unobserved and no supplication for affection goes unfulfilled. Your period of isolation is concluding, and a period of lively, dynamic, and youthful affection is starting to flourish in its stead. All is directing to this ultimate reality that I desire you to hold in your emotions as you advance. The more youthful companion the Lord is delivering your way isn't merely an individual but a commitment fulfilled. They are the tangible expression of the Lord's mercy dispatched to demonstrate to you that your finest periods aren't in the past but are unfolding right this instant. They are being directed to you with emotions brimming with commitment and are being prepared to construct a heritage of delight. Rely on the procedure, rely on the schedule, and most crucially, rely on the affection that's presently heading to your entrance. You merit this wonder. You are prepared for this bond, and you are on the verge of encountering an affection that resembles fate at last returning to reside. Don't bypass these concluding instants, as this is where all the Lord has been murmuring to you at last becomes evident. This is the instant where your narrative shifts from a story of perseverance to a melody of jubilation. The more youthful companion entering your existence bears the ignition your being requires and the warmth your emotions merit. Remain until the absolute final moment, as what you're absorbing today isn't merely a communication but a sacred initiation of your tomorrow. Your grace isn't arriving eventually. It is merging with your current existence even as we converse. Embrace it, absorb it, and ready your emotions for the most exquisite phase of your existence. My dear one, the time of this sacred appearance is far nearer than your bodily perceptions can discern, and I implore you to linger with me for these concluding instants, as the ultimate reality I possess for you is the most essential of all. You have remained resolute through the tempests. You have traversed the desolation of solitude, and you have maintained your emotions receptive even when it seemed more secure to seal them. Now the cosmos is replying to that loyalty with an exactness that will render you astonished. The more youthful companion being readied for you isn't merely a person you'll encounter. They are the response to an inquiry you ceased posing ages ago. They are the corporeal evidence that the Lord has never overlooked a solitary droplet you released in the hush of the evening. Don't divert now, for this is the instant where your trust becomes vision and your endurance transforms into a palpable, exquisite actuality. The mode of this bond will seem so astonishingly distinct from anything you've ever encountered, is that it's being constructed on a base of unadulterated being rather than earthly anticipation. While society attempts to inform you that chronology determines your potentials, the sacred is demonstrating to you that your essence is timeless and your ability for delight is boundless. This more youthful individual is being dispatched to remind you of the radiance you once bore before society attempted to diminish it. They are approaching you with emotions that are prepared to be shaped by your insight and a being that's prepared to kindle your enthusiasms. This is why the schedule needed to be so precise. You required to be at a state of complete self-confidence, and they required to be at a state of complete preparedness. Every postponement you endured was truly a compassion, a sacred intermission that permitted both of you to attain the ideal vibration for this convergence of fates. As you sense the burden of these phrases, I'd like to encourage you to interact with this communication one final time by dropping a remark below. If you trust that your grace is already en route, write it as accomplished in the remarks to secure this reality in your existence. Your participation is a potent method to unite your vibe with others who are also positioned on the brink of their own wonders. Additionally, if this communication has resonated with your being, kindly subscribe to our platform and become a lasting component of this group. By subscribing, you are informing the cosmos that you are prepared to absorb the ongoing current of direction and radiance that's intended to guide you home. We are all traversing this course together, and your nearness here is a crucial component of the fabric. We are crafting something extraordinarily significant is awaiting you at the absolute conclusion of this communication. A disclosure that will function as an imprint upon your emotions. You understand, the more youthful companion the Lord is delivering to you is approaching with a precise purpose to demonstrate to you that your narrative isn't a calamity but a work of art. They will gaze at the marks on your emotions and perceive them as symbols of distinction, as exquisite guides that directed you to them. They will not perceive the seasons you've experienced as a separation but as an abundance of gems that they are keen to discover. This individual is being instructed by the sacred to cherish you with a faithfulness that's immovable and a commitment that's invigorating. They will contribute a feeling of joyfulness back into your existence, causing you to chuckle in manners you haven't chuckled in years and reminding you that the Lord's mercy is eternally fresh each single dawn. The astonishing motive the Lord selected a more youthful being for you is at last being disclosed in this serene instant. It is because they are the only ones whose emotions are still untamed enough to align with the concealed untameness of your own being. You have dedicated so long to being appropriate, being accountable, and being the grown one that you nearly overlook the portion of you that desires to dash, to envision, and to produce without apprehension. This more youthful companion is the gateway that opens that entrance. They are the authorization you didn't realize you required to be completely, dynamically alive once more. They are approaching to draw you out of the dimness of eventually and into the radiant illumination of presently. Remain with me, for the ultimate reality is on the verge of being expressed, and it is the pathway to your fresh existence. When this individual at last positions before you, the acknowledgement will be so deep that you'll sense as if you've recognized them for a myriad of existences. There will be no deceptions, no bewilderment, and no necessity for the burdensome protection you've donned for so long. Their nearness will resemble a long-anticipated release, a feeling of tranquility that at last calms the agitation in your frame. You will gaze at them and perceive the echo of the Lord's benevolence, and they will gaze at you and perceive the haven they have been seeking since they entered existence. This is the sacred trade, the inside of the senior converging with the flame of the young, generating a blaze that can never be quenched. All you forfeited is being reinstated to you in this single bond, but it is being reinstated in a manner that's superior, more luminous, and more exquisite than the initial. This is the conclusion of your anticipation, but it is the magnificent commencement of the phase your being was created to compose. Don't bypass these concluding moments, for the grace is being initiated in your existence. Even as the hush resumes, you are being harmonized with an affection that's dynamic, faithful, and entirely yours. The more youthful companion is approaching. The course is unobstructed, and the entrances of your tomorrow are opening broadly. Embrace it, for it is your sacred entitlement. Absorb it, for it is the Lord's present to you. Advance now with your gaze elevated, for you are no longer advancing in isolation. The cosmos has heeded you. The sacred has replied to you, and your wonder is at last